Sale, and everything is there for you. But before we go any further, let's run our Win It Weekly question. So this week you are in the chance for winning our Glimmer Mist spray bundle. And there is going to be how many winners? Let's just have a see. 2 winners, and that's worth £44.88. So there's 12 colours there. And let's see what question Emily's picked for us. So which Christmas song was the first to be played in space? Was it A, Santa Baby? Was it B, Silent Night? Or is it C, Jingle Bells? Oh, I don't know about that. Kat, do you know?
No, there's nothing you can rule out either, is there? They all make sense, so no, don't know.
Which is your favourite one from those 3?
Ooh, Jingle Bells. Go with the classic, yeah.
Well,
not that they're not all classics, but yeah, Jingle Bells.
We were just talking before the show about who out of us 3 can sing, and did we? Was it none of us? None of us can sing. But
no, Emily said she could sing.
Did she?
She did.
Well, I think my voice, what it is suited for, is Silent Night. But I won't make any of you go through listening to that. But yes, so that is our Win It Weekly question. Like, share and comment on the video, and we will pick 2 lucky winners on Friday for you. So I think, really, we just want to get going, don't we? I'm sure you've all got a cup of tea ready, and we are ready to craft along with Kat, but let's just see what tools you'll need for this demonstration. So you will have to have your craft card, mirror card essentials, diamond sparkle pearl gemstones, construction glue, high-tech tape, foam pads, adorable scoreboard, and of course your trimmer and Bronze Blossoms Club gift. So Kat, shall we come straight to you?
We shall,
okay.
I think. So we are going today to be making this beautiful box, and yes, box on the outside, and you just pull the little ribbon and you open up to the hidden gems inside. So we've got a drawer at the front that you can pop some goodies in, and then another little box on top. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of construction to do today, and a lot of mat and layering, so let's get going.
Oh, I'm excited.
So I'm going to break it down into 3 parts. So we're going to start with the outer box portion, and for this we're going to be using our craft card. So I'm going to start, and the first piece I'm going to cut is a 5" by 6" section.
So for all of you at home who have got your Bronze Blossoms Club gift, congratulations, because it is now sold out, Kat.
Yeah.
It's all gone, so we won't have another club gift until the new year, but there is a couple of the bundle left. I would certainly stock up on the inserts and papers, because they're amazing, aren't they? You can do so much with
Oh
the
yes,
inserts and
absolutely,
papers.
yeah.
And the bite-sized book, of course, so you can still grab those today.
So we've done our 5" by 6" section, and now I'm going to cut 2 7½ by 7½ squares.
Claire has already said that, wow, Kat, this is awesome. I can't wait to make this myself.
Oh, fab.
It is awesome. I think, put this together on Friday, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it was really good. Our team really like it, especially we've got a little crafter on our team, Jen, so she really loved it.
Oh,
She might steal it from you, actually.
And something like this is so versatile. Obviously, we're using the club gift today, but you could make this in so many of our different collections and cardstocks.
Yeah.
So we'll move the trim out the way and we'll bring in our scoreboard. So first of all, we're going to take our 5" by 6" section and we're going to place this on the scoreboard to meet the 6 inches at the top, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch, and we're going to score at 5.5 inches. And this is going to create the back piece of our box. So we'll just burnish these down. And I'll grab some scissors and we're just going to cut these into little tabs ready for sticking down.
I think we've had some naughty elves this morning, so we apologise for anyone watching. We're sorting that out.
Some naughty elves. What are the naughty elves doing?
I don't know. I think they're doing something with the sound.
Oh no. Okay, so we take our 7.5 inch square. So line this up on the top of your scoreboard, and on the first side we are going to score at 2.5 inches. And then we're going to turn it round and we're going to score at 2.5 inches again. And then we're going to turn it back around and we're going to score this time at 2 inches, but only down to our first score line. And then we can use this to make a little tab for sticking the top together. So I'll move that out of the way and I'll show you how to do it again on this piece. So it's exactly the same again. So we score at 2.5 inches. Turn it once. 2.5 inches again. Around where was I? There. Then bring it in and score at 2 inches just down to the original score line. And we'll take this out the way for the moment. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut away this section here up until that first score line that we've just put in. You can cut all the way down to the bottom, but just cut across the line here. And then 2 little corner pieces out to make our tab again. So that's one. And then exactly the same with your second piece.
If anybody's got time between now and Christmas, you could definitely use one of your Christmas kits to do this project, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. That would be stunning. So let's flatten all this in. Just let me get my score tool back out. Oh, there's one here. Just before I start sticking this all together, I just want to make sure that my doors are, I'm going to secure my doors together so they open in the right way for the box. So I know that one goes on that side. I think this one might have to go that way. So do the same at home. Make sure before you stick your sides down that your doors are going to come together and meet at the top like this. So everything's folded in the right direction. So I'm now going to take some red liner tape because we know this is the best one for when we're making our big construction projects.
I think quite a few of our listeners are playing a little game.
What are they playing?
Because there's some dings, I think, in the background. Of course, we can't hear it here in the studio. And they're saying every time they hear it, they're having a sip of tea. I feel like I like that game, but I would change the tea to biscuits. And every time I heard a little ding, I'd be like, oh, that's one biscuit down. Or we do have, well, maybe not anymore, Kat, a tub of heroes that you brought in. And you can't, you can't leave those things near me where I sit.
I know, I've not had a single one, you know.
I just kept sneaking in yesterday.
Oh dear.
Yeah, when Anne-Marie and Natalie weren't looking, I'd just creep over to your desk, take a few chocolates.
Well, that's what they're there for. That's why I brought them in, not just to sit there and look pretty. So we'll take off this tape, this backing. So pop that to this side just while we put these down. And I love using craft card for construction projects like this because it's double-sided effectively, so it does so much of the work for you. You're not having to cover every single space inside to make it look as pretty as the outside. That's one side done.
Yes, absolutely, to everybody who wants to create this again. The video will be saved on YouTube, it'll be saved on Facebook, so you can watch this again after we've finished, pause it, go at your own pace.
So we'll pop them to the side. Now what we need to do is line up our back panel to the back of our first door here. I'm just taking my time because it's not construction glue, it is red liner tape, so once it's in place, it's in place. So we just want to make sure that it's right. That's one door. And exactly the same on the other side. Of course, you can open that up and give them a good push down. And just like that, we have the base for our box.
Kat, you did that so quick.
So what we're going to do now, before we move on to our other elements, is we're going to decorate this while we're on the outside. So, bear with me because there's a lot of measurements coming at you. If you've got a pen and pencil at the ready, it might be useful. So we are going to take our Copper Blaze, this gorgeous, gorgeous mirror that works so well with this collection. And we are going to cut 3 4 3/4 squares. So 4 3/4. I'm wondering if I do it this way, I might get more out of it. We'll see. 4 3/4.
I love this colour. It's really nice.
It is really, really pretty, isn't it? So that's 1. 2. And see the amount of cuts up here because I might need them again in a bit. I'll do the same again because I think I'm going to need more for the inside. So 4 3/4. And these are for the matte and layer panels for the outside of the box. So 3 of them to start with. And we're going to bring in this cardstock from the collection. And with this we are going to cut out 2 sections, and these are our layers, so they are going to be 4 1/2. I've tried to keep the measurements nice and round for you today while there's so much cutting to do. So we want to take this lovely section here. So we'll cut this to 4.5 by 4.5. Keep this bit because we're going to need this again shortly. And again, 4.5 by 4.5.
Kat, we've had a few requests to ask if you'll post the measurements on your Facebook page after.
I will.
Yes.
Yes, of course I will.
Yeah, so everything will be there on Facebook, so you can refer back to all the sizes.
Yeah. And then we're also going to take a sheet of the papers from the Papers and Inserts pack that matches the cardstock. And again, this is 4.5 by 4.5. Don't let your excess go too far away because we're going to be using that again shortly. So let's stick these mat and layers down. I always feel so indulgent when we're doing craft alongs and we're doing something from start to finish.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do.
Is it nicer? Does it feel, I don't know, like
It
calmer?
does because we can take our time.
Yeah.
Because we know people are crafting along with us, so I know I don't have to rush as much. So we'll pop that one on there.
Oh, I like. Somebody has been putting some of the moonstone dies in their basket from yesterday.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice little Christmas present to yourself.
Yes. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you've had a look at our end of year sale. If there's anything just in your basket you're thinking about.
Yeah. So let's start. So we're going to start with our back panel. So for this one, we are just going to use the plain papers that we did.
The papers, somebody has asked, is all from our Bronze Blossoms Club gift. So you can still get hold of the inserts and papers at the moment. You can still get hold of that beautiful copper mirror. So that is just on the website. Oh, Amanda, you've got him trained very well there. My hubby bought me loads out of the sale and I didn't know, and he gave them all to me yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That is really nice.
That is so nice. So we'll pop these two on the other sides.
Oh, Emma, have you opened your new goodie box? Or are you saving it for Christmas Day?
Ooh. No, you want to get in there. You want to get crafting with the Christmas stuff. No.
Do you know, I think it was on Monday, Anne-Marie was on the show and she was saying that, I think she did, that if she knows there's secret presents in the house, she will go and like sneakily unwrap and have a look and then wrap it back up.
Oh dear.
But do you know, I've done the same. Always do it.
So that's our sides.
Thank you, Kat.
We've just had to, we were a bit upset because we thought our eldest had been sneaking at the presents when we were out last week. So he's adamant he hadn't. So I think we might have just caught him just before he was about to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tricky time, isn't it?
It
See, the
is.
only person you're spoiling it for is yourself.
I know, but I'll still be happy on Christmas Day when Santa brings me them.
Yeah.
I'll just, you know, I'll just know what's coming.
You just already know. Okay, so we're going to go back to some of our excess pieces of our copper blaze mirror and we're going to cut some mat and layer panels for the fronts, the smaller fronts of the box. So for this, we are going to cut 4 4 3/4 by 2 1/4 sections. So 4 3/4 by 2 1/4.
Oh, we've had a question from Julie. Is Hunky Dory Dan okay? Yes, Hunky Dory Dan is fine. He is causing trouble behind the scenes, as you can imagine. But he will be back on the show. I think his next show is the first one after our Christmas break. So the 4th of January, he'll be back on your screens.
And our last one, 4 3/4 by 2 1/4. And now we'll cut our layers. So the discarded card that was on about before, I'm going to bring back in. So one of these measurements should be right, I'm sure. We want 4 3/4. No, we don't. I'm telling lies.
You're telling fibs.
I'm telling lies. We want 4 1/2, which that is by 2. There we go. That's for one of them. I'll do the same on this one. So we want 2 inches by 4 1/2, and then we just go back to the plain papers. I mean, it's not plain, it's stunning, but compared to the cardstock. And same again, 4 1/2 by 2. 1. 2. I mean, I will admit, if you're not a fan of matting and layering, this is probably not the project for you.
Yes, but if you could persevere, it will look so good.
You can, yeah. So, just layer all these up now. Right, Kelly, I need you just to keep shouting ribbon at me.
Okay.
Because I need to add ribbon to the front of my box.
At this stage?
Before I add these onto the front, and I am likely to forget.
Oh, I don't like to be left with responsibilities.
I think by saying it out loud, I should be okay to remember now, but I'm just giving myself a... So do not let me stick those 2 decorative panels on without putting ribbon on first. I'm actually going to use my glue stick to stick these papers down because I like the finish it gives.
Kat, have you made all your Christmas cards?
No, I've not made a single one.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, people, but I'm not going to now.
Oh no.
It's a bit, when you make cards for a living day in, day out,
Yeah.
a busman's holiday springs to mind. I had very good intentions too of doing in June, but that's all they ended up to be, was intentions.
Oh, I've not done any yet. I'm very behind this year.
So these 2 pieces can go straight onto the top of my box.
Not all of them though.
Not all of them, to have to wait their turn. There we go. Okay, so now before we pop those 2 front panels on, we want to attach some ribbon to the front here. So what I like to do is take some double-sided tape and I'm going to place this just to the top piece here, and the same on the other side.
I think your mum's watching this morning.
Is she watching?
Hazel Taylor.
That's her.
That's her. She's here.
The one and only.
She's shouting ribbon at you.
She's shouting ribbon at me. Well, that makes a nice change. She shouts lots of things at me. She'll be happy with this. She likes a good box, as I think everybody knows by now. So to secure my tape down, sorry, I've secured my tape down to put my ribbon on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one piece of ribbon, but just to try and get it nice and even, I'm going to place it one piece all the way across. And then I can cut it once it's in place. But just so I know it's kind of even and coming from the same points. So if we close that now, yeah, so once I'm happy with that, I can just trim it in the middle. And now we can add our pieces back on top. Are you making Christmas cards, Kelly, or are you...
I feel like I've left it a bit late,
yeah.
haven't I? I mean, I've not wrapped any presents yet.
I'm like well organised with that this year. I'm surprised myself. Did all the kids yesterday.
I need an extra week and I've not got the time.
No. Put that on there. Once we're happy with the place, we're just going to move this to one side and allow it to dry while we do our mat and layers for the inside, for these 2 panels here, and that will also cover up these joins. So let's just put that to one side to dry for a minute. And let's do some more matting and layering.
We've got some lovely card makes to show you from everyone that sent them in, so just let me know when you're ready for a break, Kat, and we can show them.
Okay, well I'll finish the outer box.
Yep.
And then while I'm clearing down and getting ready for the drawer, that'll be a good chance.
Yeah, okay.
So we want to do 2 more 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 mats.
I feel like this sort of project shows you just how to use every piece of your cardstock in a kit, doesn't it?
Oh yes, absolutely. And then we want, for the top, we want a 4.5 by 2, I think. 2 1/4, 4 3/4, which that already is. 2 1/4, that's just a little bit short, so let's do another one. It was me just trying to get crafty and hope that my excess bit was just the right size, but it wasn't. And 2 1/4. And this time we're going to go back to our cardstock from the collection, this beautiful bird on. So this time 4.5 by 4.5. Sound like I'm calling the bingo now.
Oh, I love the bingo. Do you like going to bingo?
I love going to bingo. Unfortunately, the other bingo I've been to in recent years is the kids bingo at school, but if anybody wants to go to the bingo with me, I would love to go to the bingo.
See, one of my friends goes quite a lot with her sister and mum, and I tagged along one day, and she's very serious. It wasn't fun. Like, she wouldn't let me speak. I had to concentrate. I had all these pads. I couldn't keep up with the numbers. So I just had to go to the buffet place.
Oh,
as you can imagine.
So just for our top panel now, we want 4.5 by 2. And let's get sticking all these together again.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Can't a hunky-dory bingo night. Get the
How good would that be?
Get the teams out.
Yeah.
I feel like Natalie would be well up for that.
Yeah. Who would the caller be?
Emily. She could keep charge of us all. I feel like this is very therapeutic.
It is. I worry that I'm boring you all with all the mats and layers, but it's one of those things. You've got to put in the work if you want a pretty project at the end of it.
Yeah.
And it is a pretty project at the end of it. Okay, so let's move this back in. So we're going to pop these in the inside. And if you're watching this back to do it another time, I mean, this is a project you could do. It's a good one for doing over a couple of days. You could do all your box work one day and do your matting and layering another day, and then another day on putting everything together.
Oh, Sue has said, no, Kat, it's not boring, it's mesmerising.
Oh.
We can't, you know, Sue, we can't say things like that to her. She gets shy. She doesn't like it.
So we pop them inside there, and then this top little piece is just going to sit above our drawer when our drawer goes in. So we want to make sure this is up at the top of our back section. And with all those bits together, now we can just add a little bit of decoration. So I'm going to bring in the topper sets, and I've picked 2 out here. I've got the fancy feathers, and I'm going to take these 2 pretty birds, and I'm going to use these to decorate our back panel. Just a little bit more construction glue. And I'm just going to try and pop these centrally on the back there. And they might just overlap slightly in the middle, but that's okay.
What are you going to fill the inside with, Kat?
I don't know, what do you think? I did have a box of Heroes chocolates on my desk to do it with, but somebody says they might have gone missing.
There's been a little mouse in the office.
So we'll put them on the back there. And then onto the top, we're going to move over to our other topper set. Ooh, just seeing this slippage on the inside. Just push this back before it gets in place. And we're going to take these 2 arch toppers. So we're just going to take the inner topper from the large frame, And then we're going to take this lovely little sentiment one. Your wings already existed. All you have to do is fly. How cute.
Oh, I love a sweet sentiment.
So what we want to do with these is we want to make it so they overlap, or one sits under the other. So we're going to glue this one flat down onto the left. And I'm not usually one for mixing topper sets up, but because it's birds and butterflies, they're both flying creatures. They both work. So we're going to pop that down on there. And then with this one, we're going to take foam pads, but we just want our long ones. And I just want my foam pad to go down this right edge here, so there's room for the other topper to slide underneath it when the box is closed.
Oh, it's very
And I've
clever.
put it on the wrong side, the left side even. Yeah, I've done it looking as I am from the top. So I'll try it again. So we just want one strip to the left side. And we can place that where we know it's going to sit nicely. And then when you open and close, they should slide nicely over each other. But wait till your glue is fully dried, because I'm just making a mess there now. Right, so that is... No, if not, I want to add something else. I lied. Sorry, you're not getting away from me that easy today. I'm going to add a bit of our ribbon strip and some pearls before we finish the outside of the box. So I'm going to take this lovely little bit of ribbon strip, and we're going to cut this down to 4.5 inches, because we know that's what our layer section is, the length.
A few people in the comments have been saying that Dan has been stealing chocolates, but we don't tell Dan we've got chocolates because we'd have none left at all.
I'm going to take this other little sentiment topper here. Dreams do come true. It's a very positive box.
It is. You've
It's
got
like
your,
a motivational
got your
positivity box.
positive pants on today.
Yeah. Oh, you could put them in the drawer. You could put like little positive quotes in the drawer to pull out. And
Oh, that'd be nice.
that would be cute. So we stick that onto the front there. And we're just going to finish with a few of our gold pearls. So I'm going to pop one just where the tab mark is on the box there.
It's looking good.
We're going to have 3 coming up the bottom.
See, if I had this box then and it was filled with all little positive quotes, I would need to open one every Sunday, because Sunday's tidy up day in my house. Food shopping day, tidy up day, washing day, and I don't like that day.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm the same. I always say, who said that Sunday's a day of rest? I do more on Sunday than I do any other day.
Sundays are a busy day.
Yeah. There we go. So that is the basis for the outside of our box. So I'm just going to leave that to dry, because I'm spreading glue about that I don't want to be spreading. And I'm going to have a little clear up now before we move on to the next part, Kelly.
Okay, that's fine. So if you absolutely love Kat's demonstration, which I'm sure you do, you can still get hold of these papers. So in this pack, it's $3.99. You get 8 double-sided papers, which you can see have got that texture on the back, which Kat's been using to mat and layer. I think she's been using this beautiful colour there. And of course, you know, on the front, you've got those beautiful patterns, those florals, just so beautiful in those autumnal colours. And then you get your 8 inserts as well. So you can still grab that now if you need to stock up on these, because these are just beautiful. And you can use these for all sorts of projects, especially if you're being really frugal with your club gift, you know, and you need some extra papers for your projects, then definitely grab them while you still can. So they're £3.99. But we are going to show you some makes that have been sent in to us. So let's have a look. So first up, we've got this beautiful one. Oh, I like how they've used the bee topper there in the middle. That's by Julie McKay. And then we've got another one here. Oh, I like how you've used all the frames from the topper there as well. That's by Wendy Blakemore. It's lovely. And then another, I like all these cards we've been sent in with the Bronze Blossoms gift.
They are gorgeous,
They're lovely, aren't they? I feel like everybody's had so much fun with this kit. And then, so this is another one by Wendy Blakemore. And we've got another one by Vanda Browning. Oh, that's nice as well. And Shelley, oh, I'm not going to say that right, I might, Yolden, Shelley Yolden. Beautiful there. I like putting the toppers on a slight angle. I think it looks really nice. And Karen Ridgewell, a lovely stepper card. Is that a stepper card?
It is indeed.
Lovely. I really like the colours of that one too. So yeah, that's what everybody has sent us in, so thank you so much for that. And then I have got as well some cards from the team that we can go through just while Kat's tidying up. Just let me grab them. So let's have a look what we've made with this beautiful club gift. Sorry, Emily's just giving me a little, you're on the wrong camera. So just look at all these beautiful colours there. And then we've got some really nice ones here. Goodness me. This one using the bite-sized book. I don't know if you can see here, but just fussy cutting them to create that lovely depth. We've got another one using the bite-sized book, just making use of fussy cutting all those pretty birds. Got one here with the teacups. Just the colours on this kit, so nice. And then here using the beautiful copper glaze mirror in the background. And then here we've got this.
Wow.
It's lovely, that one, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm sure you just want me to be quiet because we want to get back to Kat, don't we? So let's have a look at what the next step in your demo.
So the next step, we're going to be making our drawer for the bottom. So more craft card. And this is where our cutting gets a little bit more technical. So definitely have a pen and pencil ready. So we want to cut 2 pieces to build up this drawer. And they are going to be, I'm going to have to stretch out my arm. And so it fits nicely inside the box, we need to come a little bit under what our regular measurements would be. So for this, I'm going to come 2 notches under 8 inches. And 2 notches under 7.5 inches. And then another piece of craft card and do exactly the same again. So 2 notches under 8. And 2 notches under 7.5.
A few people have missed out on the club gift this time.
Oh no!
I know, which is so sad. But in a little while, I'm going to show you something that is very exciting. That might be some club gifts that you've loved that we've got a few of.
So I'm going to pop this onto my scale board. And I'm going to make sure I'm on the 2 notches under the 8 inches side, so it'll just sit just under 8 inches on the board. And I'm going to score 1 under on this board, 1 under the 5 inches. So that's the notch that's between the 3/4 and the 5. And then 1 notch under the 7 inches. Sorry, 1 notch under the 7.5 inches.
Kat, are we making the drawer now or the box?
We're making the drawer.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 2 parts that fit together to make the box, the drawer base, the outer drawer. I'll get there. So on our 7.5 inch side, we want to score at 1 under the 5 inches. And then we're going to turn that around again. And I'm trying to remember where I put this line now. I need to do, so this is going to get cut away, yeah. So we're going to come in and we're going to score. So when you turn it back round, you should have a score just about 1/2 inch and a score at 3 inches. So what you want to do is come into 2.5 inches and score down to the horizontal score line. Okay? Don't worry, we'll be doing that again for my sake as well as yours. So back onto the 8 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 under the 5 inch mark and 1 under the 7.5 inch mark. I'm going to turn it round and again score 1 under the 5 inch. Turn again and then score at the 2.5 inch mark down to the horizontal score line. And now we can get cutting. So what we're doing again is we're cutting away this section here, but turning this little bit into a tab to stick the 2 sides together. So you can cut all the way up to the point there, but make sure you cut at this little score line here. And then cut your tab in. And then we want to cut a tab from this score line at the bottom as well. And exactly the same with the second piece. My bottom tabs.
So a little bit of important information, guys. If you want to get your orders in time for Christmas, so if you place any order by 1 p.m. on the 17th of December, they should get to you before Christmas, hopefully. So we've still got some time. What date is it today? The 4th, 15th?
15th.
Oh, we've still got a
10
couple
days
days
to go.
I know. Yeah, and next day delivery from the 22nd.
How are you getting on with your Christmas shopping? Have you got all that sorted, or?
Yeah, so I just need to get my husband one more thing. I don't like buying for him, I must admit. It's just not easy to buy for.
No, men are so hard.
They are hard, aren't they? And then this Saturday I have my first Christmas day with husband's family, so we all get together and we give presents, we open presents, and we have our Christmas dinner.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so I always have 2 Christmas days every year.
That's cool, and they're quite spaced apart, so you're not having them right on top of each other, which is really nice.
I mean, it does mean that probably Friday night I'll be up quite late wrapping presents.
Do you do it in the same order every year? Do you always do?
No, sometimes we mix it up because I know like a few of us work shifts, so I think before it's been after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
But I quite like it when it's early.
Yeah.
Gets you in the spirit.
Okay, so we've made up 2 identical boxes now, and we've put the tape on, and we're just going to layer these up to make our outer drawer.
Shadia, the cut-off for international delivery was quite early. It was Monday the 6th of December to guarantee for Christmas delivery. So, sorry about that.
And because these are sliding in together, these 2 bottom sections are going to be stuck down on top of each other. So we're just going to add a little bit of construction glue just to make sure they are nice and strong, and it gives that extra depth, because this panel as well is going to be what we use to stick to the inside box, so it gives it that nice rigidity. Ooh, is that even a word?
Oh, fancy,
I'm using it.
Fancy word.
So we just slide those one on top of the other, and bring in your tabs. Press them down when you're happy with where they were, and because we've used construction glue at the bottom, you've still got that little bit of wiggle room to make sure that that's not going where you don't want it to be. And there we have the base for our drawers. So I'm going to cut my mat and layer for this now. If I can just find the right piece of paper, because I must admit I have got a cheat sheet for this one, because I couldn't remember all these notches off the top of my head. So where am I up to?
You can't give away our secrets, Kat. You can't say about the cheat sheets.
Well, I had to write myself a cheat sheet, and it's what I'm going to use to do for everybody else, so everybody else has got the instructions.
Yeah.
So for this, I want to come 2 notches. Am I doing this right? Am I looking at the right part? I want to come 2 notches under 4.5 inches, apparently. I'm not sure that's right, but we'll go for it. It's what I've written down.
A lot of people answering C for our Win It Weekly question, which I think is jingle bells. So comment your answers, guys.
And I'm going to take another sheet of the craft paper, and I want to be cutting this brown side for the top of my box. So I will now come, if that was 2 inches, I want to come another 1, 2, 3, 4 under to keep all my mat and layers even. So that's basically 2 notches under 4.25. And because it's paper, I'm going to use my glue stick. I've got a feeling I'm going to get extremely lost in a minute.
Oh no, how come?
You know when, I don't know, you know when you just think, I'm not sure, this is all going to work. So we'll pop that on there. And then this on top of my drawer base. It's when I come to doing the inner drawer, I'm like, did I actually measure this all right? Did I actually get all my measurements okay? So we'll pop that on there. Then bring back in our base. We can open it out and we're going to pop this onto this bottom section here. So I'm going to use construction glue with it being a larger area. Give it a good coat. And we're going to pop this onto this bottom panel here, and I'm just trying to line it up as close to the bottom as I can. And then you can get through. I like just put my hands in and make sure it's all pressed down as nicely as I can. If you've got any other longer tools that you can help do that for you, then by all means do it. And now you can see how we're starting to come together. That's the base for our drawer at the bottom. So I'm going to pop that to the side to dry while we work on our inner drawer. So again, more craft card. And this time we are going to cut our card to 7 3/4 inches.
Are you confident with that?
I'm pretending to be. Did I sound it?
You did. You sounded very
7
confident.
3/4 inches by 7 1/4 inches. And same as before, we're going to do this again to do the 2 layers. So 7 3/4 by 7 1/4. And onto the scoreboard. So on the 7 3/4 side, which I have got it on there, we're going to score at 1/2 inch and 5 1/4 inches. And then we're going to turn it onto our 7 1/4 side, and we're going to score at 4 3/4 inches.
So Kat, is this your last show for 2021?
It is, yes.
Oh gosh.
It really, really is, yeah. So we turn that back round again, and where we've got our score line meeting 2 1/2 inches, 3 1/4, hang on. What have I done? Just let me make sure I've got this right before I do it. Turn back to the 7 3/4 side and score at 2 1/2, which I've already got a score line there. So it must be, I must mean 2. Because I want to make myself a tab to go in there. That's right, she says. I'll try again. So 7 3/4 side, we are scoring at 1/2 inch and 5 1/4 inches. 7 1/4 side, we're scoring at 4 3/4 inches. And then we're going to turn again and score at 2. And I'm trying to remember, for the love of me, how this goes together now. So I'm going to cut up here, turn this into a tab. I said I could feel it descending into chaos, didn't I?
No, I don't think it will.
Do you not think?
No.
Do you think we're okay?
Yeah.
Just let me have a play and make sure I am doing this right before I make any further cuts. So I'm going to cut away this long piece here. And cut another tab onto this end. There we go. I mean, I've slept since I designed this on
Yeah, there's been a few
on
sleeps.
Friday. Yeah, it's been a few, but I think I'm back on track. On track. I can't even speak now. Back on track. Or maybe I'm just setting a trap for myself. Maybe that's what I'm doing.
Oh, Karen's said, having a go at this project at the weekend. Oh, let us know how you get on. Are you using exactly the same kit as Kat, or are you doing something different?
So that's that tab cut. So again, we're going to cut all the way. We're going to cut this long strip off here. And then cut this end one into a tab as well. This one. So more red liner tape. I would usually use my thicker one, but it's gone missing, so we're on the skinny one today, but it's doing the job.
Has the studio thief been in?
No, this is mine. It's what I packed in my box. It's...
So we all know we have a little thief in
We
one
do.
of-
We have an elf that lives in here all year round.
We do. Oh, since a certain somebody. Well, we'll have to be having words with a certain somebody.
Who's that?
She may be on your team, she may not be.
So we fold this tab up to meet that side. Give it a squidge down. It's nice and secure. And then we're going to stick these together a little bit like we did with the outer drawer. But our base is going to be the part that's the two pieces come together. Stick this time. So fold that in so it's all nice and square. So then we're going to place these two together. Again, good bit of construction glue on the bottom. Oh, I'm so happy that worked. I was proper doubting myself at one point there. I was like, I'm not sure I've done this right. So we just slide that in. Make sure your outer corners and tabs are nicely met up. Give it a good squidge down. And fingers crossed. It should fit in.
Da, da, da.
If it doesn't, I might cry. It does.
Hooray!
It might just stick a little bit because you have got the inner tabs on the outside of that, but a tiny little press and it'll be absolutely fine. So she says I need to pull it out now. There we go. So we're just going to do one little mat and layer section on the front here. So for this we want 4.5. Oh, it's not just big enough. By 2.25. And then we're going to take the other side of this paper that we've already used. And we want 4.25. Why are you just a little bit too small?
Oh,
That's going to annoy me and I can't do it. So I'm going to use this piece. 4.25.
Oh, Rachel's watching.
Oh, is she?
No, Rachel, we promise we don't mean you.
Bye.
No,
oh, that's so funny.
We can say things have definitely still been going missing since you've been off on mat leave.
Rachel, how are you?
Yes, we miss you.
We miss you.
You can't get away with anything, can you, on these shows?
No, you cannot.
We've got ears everywhere.
we'll pop that on the front. And you could add yourself a little tag or hole punch it and put a little ribbon through to make your drawer a little bit more accessible. But by this time when I was designing it, I was having a mental breakdown. So I was just like, I just want to get it finished. So we pop that in there. And that is our drawer part finished. So you can see how it's coming now.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, so I'm going to have a little tidy down.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to show you, which some of you guys might remember when we launched this absolutely incredible Cheers to You collection. So it is £3.99 and we know how this was so popular. And I mean, you can just see, can't you? It's perfect for birthday celebration. It's perfect for men, women, all sorts. I just love the colours of this. The patterns are beautiful. It's got you know, very popular themes. It's got those fancy gin bottles. It's got, you know, fancy beers, shoes. It's just a really good kit. Just look at that, lovely geometric patterns in here as well. And those shoes, look how fancy these shoes are. I would wear those shoes. And then of course we've got some wine glasses here. So I think it's quite a modern collection. And you can get this in our end of year sale. So it should be £9.99. It's a deluxe card collection. You get the 4 toppers, you get cardstock, and it's all in gold foil, and you can grab that for just £3.99. So there's not loads of these, but definitely get that while you can, because we know how popular that was. And then we have another little favourite to bring you, which is even cheaper. This one is £2.99. Again, it's a deluxe card kit, so you get those 4 toppers with foiled cardstock and your card blanks. But this beautiful bird song, again, is another beautiful one with such strong colours. Just beautiful. It'll make any of the cards just super eye-catching. Look at those really cute bluebirds. So again, for birthdays, anniversaries, thinking of you, you can use this kit for absolutely all sorts. I just love as well how, you know, the detail are in like the foiled frames here. It's jam-packed with sentiments. I mean, look at that cardstock.
Oh, stunning.
It's stunning, isn't it? Just cut that down. You know, we've got all the detail on the borders. But yeah, for £2.99, you can grab that. So you can get them both for £7, is that right? Am I doing the right maths? Yeah, £6.98 if you want to be precise. So yes, grab them in our end of year sale. So that one's £2.99, the other one is £3.99. So we've just got some limited stock of those deluxe card collections, which we know are super popular. But we're going back to you, Kat.
For the final, and this is the easiest bit, I promise. This is just basic box making. So she says this is the bit I'll go seriously wrong. We are making a base that's deeper than our lid, so we need to cut an 8" by 8" square for our base. And we need to cut a 6" by 6" square for our lid. So we'll take our base and we'll pop that on our scoreboard, making sure you're taking it up to the base side of the scoreboard. And on this we're going to come in and we're going to score 2 inches in from each side. So that takes us to the 10" mark. And this will give us a 4" size box with 2" sides. I'll take all this in.
considering you've only made this once,
Yes.
you've got very good memory.
Like I said, I did write myself a little cheat sheet as I was going along.
Yeah.
Because I think if you because with something with this many measurements, there's no way, and they're not even all straightforward measurements. I have tried as much as possible to keep it to round 1/4 inches and 1/2 inches. But when you've got to fit basic, like drawers and bases and things inside, you've got to bring your measurements in a little bit. So it's good as you're going along, write everything down, and then if you realise it doesn't work, scribble it out and put your right ones down, which is sometimes a mistake that I make. So for our base, I think I've got some of our glue dots in here. It's because they've got a nice bigger area to stick down with. Pop a couple of them on. Something so satisfying about peeling the back off glue dots. It's just got one of those real tactile feelings when you do it.
So I actually did steal quite a few glue dots from you
Thief,
guys.
thief.
Yeah, and now I'll admit it.
What did you use them for?
Sticking the snowflakes on the wall. They're very important things.
My house is littered with stuff like that. We're redecorating the living room in the new year, and I've been told in no uncertain terms I'm not allowed to stick any more decorations to the wall. Because I've currently in my living room, I've used a load of like snowflakes to cover up all the imperfections in the back wall.
Okay.
So at the moment it looks great. I might just need to keep the decorations up till March when we get round to decorating. So we're just folding our panels in round the side. And there's the base for our box. So we'll bring over our lid. And this time we're on the lid side, and this is our 6-inch piece. And we just want a depth of 1 inch. So we're just going to do that all the way around, just like we did the base.
Do you think you could make a box with your eyes closed? Maybe that should be our next challenge.
I feel like that's what I was thinking. Thought if I say yes to this question, I've got a funny feeling come January it's something I'll be doing. So no. Well, I've managed to escape the challenges so far. I feel quite lucky.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need to get some little hunky-dory blindfolds.
I'm not doing anything blindfolded.
I'm
I'm very good at stabbing myself with tools with my eyes wide open. I wonder what our viewers would like to see as challenges. What would they like to see us do?
Oh yeah, let us know. Nothing too extreme, because you know Emily is in the room and she will write those down. Lots of love for the glue dots in the comments.
I love them. They're so much fun. And there is our lid. So we just got a little bit of prettifying up and we're almost there, I promise. So we want a batten layer for the top of our box. So we're going to cut this to 3.5 inches. And I get myself in the right direction. No, we're not. We're going to do 3 3/4 inches because it's a 4-inch box. So 3 3/4. By 3 3/4. And then we'll bring back in the sheet of paper. You can cut all these pieces out of one sheet. That's all I've used that's in the set. So we take this to 3.5 by 3.5.
Elizabeth, this video will be saved to our Facebook page and on our website to our hub, and also it'll be on YouTube, so you'll definitely be able to catch the beginning.
Come on, glue. You can do me to the end of the demo. Please, please, please. Only a couple of little bits to do.
Is it running out?
Yeah, and say my construction glue prayers. So we pop this on the top of our box. We'll add a little bit more decoration once we've done our side bit. We want one more for the front of our box. So we're going to cut this to 3 3/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. So that will then be 3.5 by 1.5. And I'm really praying I'm on nothing with matting and layering for the rest of the day.
Are you working on stuff for January?
I think I am. Yeah, I am. New stuff.
New stuff.
Top
Exciting.
secret.
Yep, we've got all the secrets here.
And that is for the front.
Is it lasting?
Oh, yeah, but my nail's just popped off.
What did it?
It's just literally flipped back on its own on my thumb. Oh, my word. Sorry about that.
It's too much crafting.
It is, yeah. We'll pop that on the front there. There's our lid, and we're just going to bring back in this topper set from before, and we're going to take the every end is a new beginning. We'll pop this right in the centre with a foam pad.
Oh.
Pop that on there. Put some construction glue on the bottom of my box. I'm getting all giddy now, it's nearly finished, can you tell? Oh,
We've worked very hard.
I survived, I did it, almost. Bring back in this, pop this on in the centre. Again, give it a good squidge down. Add our lid. And there we have
Ta-da!
our box.
Oh, it looks ace.
And you can just tie it up. My ribbon's escaping. So I find the best way to tie this up, making sure that's all lined up, is if you bring these up and down, so like they're going through the gap here, and then turn it upside down and do your bow with the box going away from you, and then your, what do you call the bottom bits of ribbon? Your tails, is that what they're called? Your tails will face down in the right direction.
Lovely, thank you so much.
There we
And
go.
I know everybody's comments, everybody has loved that. A few coming in already saying amazing and beautiful. So thank you so much, and I hope you've enjoyed our craft along this morning. There's only one thing left for us to do, and we will be popping this in our rollover box. It's our Mary Harlequin Bright. So that will go into our rollover box, which hopefully it needs to go soon. There's too much in there. And then if you want to catch us on Create and Craft, we'll be on there on Saturday with our Country Escapes Mirror Magic collection at 6:45. And then Anne-Marie and Rebecca will be back on Friday for the Thank Craft It's Friday show. And I think it'll be Anne-Marie in the demonstration station. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Kat, for that incredible demonstration.
You're welcome. Have a happy Christmas, everyone. I'll see you in the new year.
Oh yes, we'll see Kat in 2022. And that's everything from us. Thank you everyone. Bye.
I would have liked to meet you again. You would have liked to do that too. I've never been that superstitious, but I started